Yo, what up, Mr. Rainbow? We're here, man. We are live. Yeah, I've been been out of commission for a couple of days. I came down with a cold on Thursday, so this build ideally would have happened on Friday last week, but your boy was a little sick. Get some water. So, yeah, just got over a cold. Speaking of which, I feel like I need to blow my nose. And yeah, we're feeling better, ready to build this customer's PC and get it out the door, because it's probably a little late. Apologize for that lovely noise, but it had to be done. All right, there we go. Still wear your shirt? Hey, I love to hear that. I'm feeling much better. I feel great. Still a little bit of just like stuff in the sinuses, but like physically, I feel a lot better. All right, let's talk about today's build. This is like super, as budget friendly of a PC build that you will probably see me do, pretty much. The only thing less than this that we would do would be like basically no GPU, and that wouldn't even be a gaming PC at that point. Really, it's just a computer. But we've got a Ryzen 5 5500. You can get these for like $90. Got 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte of storage. Got the Intel Arc B570. They're tough to find at the price point that I got it for. But when I got this, it was like 230 bucks. Got a B550 micro ATX motherboard, nice little tower air cooler, and a 650 watt power supply. And then all of this is gonna go inside of a beautiful little Montech X3 mesh case. It's a great little case. You can fit a pretty decent sized build in it. So there'll definitely be room to grow inside the case. But it's yeah, it's gonna be a great little build for this guy. I'm sure he's going to enjoy it. Anyways, let's start building. This is gonna be a short build today, I think. And because I want to get it out quick, like I'm gonna try and have it packed up tonight. So we're gonna power through this, and then I'm gonna put all the software and stuff on it, pack it all up, and ship it out. Because yeah, like I said, this is, wow, that has a CD in it. It's old. Name a song and a character. I'll make an edit of that character with the song that you picked. I don't really listen to music much. How about Just Pretend by Bad Omens? And a character. How about Sherlock Holmes? Because I've been watching Sherlock. Well, I've been watching Elementary, we just finished it. And I've been listening to the Sherlock Holmes books. Stories, not books. They're very short. How you doing, Annie? Got my puppers with me at the office today. He's been feeling a little sick too, so just trying to keep an eye on him. All right, here we go. Ryzen 5 5500 going in. What's a CD? I know, right? It's like digging into his little corner over there so you get a nice little spot to lay down. Yeah, you make yourself comfortable, puppy. Yeah. He's got just a big old sigh as if he's been working hard all week. When in fact, he's done absolutely nothing. He just sits there all day, every day. He's lazy. You hacking something up over there, dude? You all right? You good? All right, he's good. I used to have an 8-track player in my mom's house. Nice. I never owned an 8-track. I'm not quite old enough for that. Remember making my PC? This is bringing me back. Well, I hope you enjoy watching this one being built. Ryzen 5 5500. Also, why am I blurry? He's like trying to move around all of his towels and blankets over there. Oops. We're good. No bent pins. There we go. Ryzen 5 5500. Boom. It's mounted sideways. It's weird. I'm still blurry. I hate this camera right now. There's literally I cannot figure out the focus on this camera. Like I turn it on, I turn on the I can turn on like the focus on eye movement, but then if there's nobody in frame, it like freaks out. But then when I turn that off, it's just blurry all the time. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's get our 1 terabyte in here. Almost blur. Should have done blur by puddle of mud. All right, let's get our terabyte of SSD in here. This is from Patriot. It's a Gen 4 SSD. Did you quit licking your feet? Hey, stop it. This is why you're hacking up hair. You're licking your feet, bruh. Yeah. Yes, I talk to my dog like he's a normal person. Sorry, I'm not sorry. All right, there's our 1 terabyte. Normally I would put in my RAM next, but I actually want to put the CPU cooler in next because it's gonna be, the RAM could get in the way. What up, Albert? How we doing? Chicken? How we doing? Chicken hot dog. It's an interesting name. Okay. Here's our tower air cooler. Here's all of our accessories. And our fan. Look at that. It's all right there. All right. Okay, so these are gonna go on the side like that. I think we want them outwards. Yep. Right? Let's double check that. So put those there and there. This one needs to stick out just past the edge. Yep. Okay. So those are gonna go outwards like that. That's really all the accessories that come with this thing? That's crazy. Wow. Just works with everything just like that. Cool. All right. They figured out something that nobody else can figure out, how to have a minimal number of things on there. It's cool. Build a PC with a custom loop. What's the best case? About $110 for a custom loop case. It's a little tough because for custom loops, you typically want something kind of big. I think one that would look pretty cool, the Corsair 3500X. I think that one would look really cool with a custom loop. Like you put the pump down at the bottom where you could put a fan if you wanted, and then route everything around that. I think that would look pretty sick. Yeah, so it's a fish tank, but not like one of the giant, the 3500X is a fish tank, but not like one of the giant fish tanks. Because the giant fish tanks are going to be outside of your $110 price range by a good bit. Those are going to be probably around 160 bucks. But I would say that's a solid case for it. And it comes with 3 pre-installed RGB fans, and you can get matching ones from Corsair with their RS120s. Is $5.2 a good price to sell a 1050? $5? Is that what you're asking, Abby? I would think out of a 1050 you could get at least like 40-50 bucks out of it. Yo, Mr. Rainbow with a 10. How we doing, dude? I would try it for like 30-40 bucks and see if someone bites on it. Dad Joke 72, I was standing at the road next to a chicken. The chicken decided to cross the road, and the guy asked me, why did the chicken cross the road? I replied, to get to the other side. Wow. Wow. That is 100% a dad joke. All right, so we got that on there. We can put our CPU cooler on there now. We're gonna use some of this nice Thermalright cooling paste. Thermal paste. You can do this old school. Just get a nice big grain of rice down the center. Just like that. Maybe a little dot around the corners. And that is plenty. Probably more than what we want, to be honest. Okay. I think that way is up. ID, yeah. The one thing that I don't like about this is the way they have this shifted on the cooling block. It makes it really hard to get to that right bolt. Wow, it's like damaged already. That's crazy. Is a 4060 a good graphics card? It's a solid graphics card. Like, you can play any game at 1080p with a 4060. I think most people's like reviewers' complaints with the 4060 is just like the price to performance isn't the best. So personally, I would say if you can get the 4060 for less than like $250, go for it. Otherwise, you might as well just get a 5060. There's a couple of fins that are like bent from the factory. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of straighten them out a little bit. It's mostly just this one. Oh. It's not gonna really affect anything. It looks kind of lame. All right, that's good enough. But yeah, 4060 is totally usable. Is this not ARGB? Is that just regular RGB? What up, Floxy? Don't spam the chat. I saw a case called the SSUPD. Is it good in white? Is that the one from Lee & Lee? The SSUPD? Or is that the brand name? If that's the brand name, then I don't know it, but. Yo, Gaming, thank you so much for all those likes on the stream. Appreciate that, dude. Going nuts over there. Shorted a laptop with a 3050 and a 12600HX. It's gonna be pretty lacking for editing. I have one, my old laptop that I've been using for a while has a 3060 with like a 12700, and it struggles to do like video editing, I'm not gonna lie. And like even playing like Call of Duty, like not Warzone, it's like barely able to maintain like 60 FPS. So it's gonna be a struggle. I have not, because you can't buy Deep Cool in the US anymore. You haven't been able to buy Deep Cool in the US for quite a while due to trade issues. Yo, thank you guys for all those likes on TikTok. Appreciate that. Do you think it's better to build a low budget AM5 build or a decent budget AM4 build? Low budget AM5, 100%. This budget is so low that like you couldn't even do an AM5 build with it. But if you can, I would shoot for a low budget AM5 build and then upgrade it over time, because you just have so much more room for or like paths for upgrading without having to like change out a motherboard or anything like that. Okay, let's get our PC case up here. It's so little, but it has that. That's pretty cool. All right. Don't even need to touch the top there. Let's take the back plate off. Bull Moose, what's up? All this cybersecurity doesn't seem to be working. Maybe you should leave the wrapper on. Wow. What about deeper cooler? Well, you know, I'd be interested. Someone makes that, I'd be interested. Okay, there we go. Garrett, what do I recommend for a GPU? Like if you're going for like 300 bucks, the 9060 from AMD or the 5060 are both great. Like at that price range, like if you want to get new and don't want to have to try and deal with like buying a used GPU that could potentially fail on you and not have any warranty, I think those are both great options. Okay. RX 580 and 5500. I mean, it's possible for it. Like it's solid for, you can play games on it. I wouldn't call it good anymore these days. All right, we need to move a couple of bolts because this is not set up for MATX. It's set up for ATX. Okay, I'm gonna move a couple of these standoffs real quick. I meant for a custom or pre-built PC. Hold on, make sure I have these lined up properly. Okay, so I want that hole and the top hole. Okay. I know it's not budget, but I'm rocking 5070 Ti. Oh, 5070 Ti is great. What up, Chris? Yeah, I've been sick since Thursday. So ideally I would have built this PC on Friday, but I was on the couch, not moving. I had a cold, so it wasn't anything crazy, but it was enough that I wasn't gonna be working. What up, MJ? How we doing, Richard? The RX 580 and a 5500. I mean, it's you can definitely game on it. I don't know that I would call it good, but it's definitely playable. It's hard, like it all depends on your frame of reference, like what good is for PC components, you know. All right, let's get our bolts out of here. Oh yeah, that Lian Li case is really cool. I've never had a chance to build in the SUP case from Lian Li, but it is a really cool case. And Lian Li makes really good stuff, so I wouldn't be worried about it not being good enough. I don't know how good it would be for if you were the one talking about building a custom water loop in it. I don't know if it's very well designed for that, but it's a really good case. Thanks, Richard. Thank you guys for all the likes on the TikTok. Appreciate that. Hopefully I'm not missing chats on TikTok because you guys are going nuts with all the likes. Pictures on Amazon have a water loop in it? Really? That's surprising. Because that's the one that has the GPU mounted to the front panel, isn't it? Or am I getting that messed up? Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. There was like the SUP 01 or something like that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That did not feel like it was threaded properly. There we go. Just built a PC today, but it wouldn't boot. The RGB fans did. Checked everything, couldn't find anything unusual. Thoughts? I mean, was one of the debug lights on? What up, Joker? Dude, y'all are still going crazy with those likes on TikTok. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Best Gen 4 SSD around 130 bucks, 2 terabyte. I mean, the Team Group MP44Q is really solid, like super good quality, and it does like 7,000-ish read-write speed. And that one will come in after taxes, probably around 120 bucks, 130 bucks, because it's like 110 before taxes usually, depending on where you get it. Someone's got to buy that PC though, Patrick. It would be a fun project for sure. You got to find someone who's going to buy it, because I don't make enough money on videos to do that without somebody wanting to buy it first. All right. I was on the wrong camera back here that whole time. You guys didn't even yell at me. You're supposed to yell at me when I have the wrong camera on. It's Team Group MP44Q. Team Group MP44Q. That would be my recommendation. Building the PC and waiting for a buyer sucks. Yeah, like I don't want to deal with that. Like unless it's something that like I know I could do and make money on. Like I did a sleeper PC earlier this year, and it took me a while to sell, and I didn't make any money on it. Okay. There we go. Here is all of the stuff. So, in this, we've got our HD audio and a USB. HD audio all the way up there. USB right over there next to it. Boom. We've got our USB 3, which is up there. I think we're going to go through the side over here. Okay, USB 3. And we've got all of our front panel connectors, and all of our fan cable stuff is in here. Don't like that at all. Hoping I can like get that below here. That is also how you control the fans, so it is what it is. All right, here's all of our front panel connectors, cables. I'm gonna route those in from the side here, since we are close enough to it. Got a reset switch. Boom. HDD LED. Boom. Get our power LEDs. Boom. Get our power switch. Boom. And we're gonna move all that to the back like so. You guys, this PC is already like 50% done. It's the beauty of a super budget friendly PC. Oh yeah, we can totally get that underneath here. So it's at least like not in the way, I think. Maybe just like right there on the side. All right, let's get some cable ties out here. NN Computer Service, what's up? What up, Rytech? A couple thousand kilometers away from any micro center? Bro, same. The nearest micro center to me is 12 hours away, all the way in Colorado. Lovely, beautiful, high mountain Colorado. Got a bunch of random twisties in here. I wonder if we can kind of fit this over here on the side. Why is there like a million of these twist ties on here? It's so annoying. I think we can basically get that like right there. Closest micro center to my house is about 26-hour flight. It's a little further than what I've got to get to a micro center, that's for sure. Gotta clean up these cables a little bit. It's a little crazy for me. A little bit too crazy. Using some zip ties. Using up some zip ties back here. It's gonna pay off, I promise. Okay, that is much less crazy. All right, got all that in there. I think we can kind of stuff this into this corner a little bit. Maybe we can put something like right around that. We can get a little cute here with a zip tie. Go right around all this. I think that'll work. Kind of right over there off to the side. Power button and stuff are still, I guess that's not a power button, that's where the power comes in for the fans, but that'll be good. Okay, all that stuff's in there. Let's get our power cables out here. Don't think the trip from Egypt would be worth it? Probably not. Bro, this knife is so dull. I need to sharpen that thing bad. Does Newegg ship overseas? I think it does. Coffee. I could use some coffee. I love coffee. Just got a 9060 XT 16 gig for $389. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. All right. Got some cable ties. I already used some zip ties. We definitely don't need any more of those right now. Power cables. All right, there we go. Can you tell me if my GPU is a good deal? What GPU? Let's see. Go ham with zip ties. Yeah, I try and like use as few zip ties as I can while still making the cable management look pretty good, because if anyone ever has to like work on the PC, it's really nice not having to like cut through 50 zip ties, you know? Like if you ever have to replace something, you don't want to have to cut through 100 zip ties just to do it. All right. Price, not processor. 7900 XTX for $849. It's not bad. But for that price, you could have gotten a 9070 XT, which in a lot of cases is better. If you're playing in like 4K, then the 7900 XTX is better. But in most other situations, the new one is better. Yeah, if you can find them at MSRP, just be happy with it. Still have your RTX 2080 Ti. Let's go. Oh, dude, I know. Bro, when I was selling PCs in 2021, I was selling people PCs for the price that they were able to buy the GPU by itself. Like, that's how absurd it was, because nobody could get non-scalp GPUs at the time, except, well, people like me that were PC builders. So yeah, it was a wild time. Okay, let's get this motherboard power in here. Come on. There we go. Okay, motherboard power is in. Now route that together with this. Honestly, we could run out all the way over there. There we go. Just like that. Motherboard power is going to go over there. Let's get our CPU power going. This one actually only has 4 pins on there, which is crazy. Shouldn't matter which side I use, to be honest. I think. No, it does. Okay, I need that side. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Get a couple more to route this guy down the case. Okay. And right there. Okay, there's that. And we need to run our Molex power, not SATA power. We're gonna run that through here, like so. And we're gonna wrap that into here, like so. Okay. That's going to run down to our power supply, which we can all connect in now. Puppy's all tired out, snoring over there. Got all that. This would probably be my biggest challenge, making sure I have all the wires going to the right place. Once you do it a few times, it's like clockwork, but once you've done it 277 times, you don't even really have to think about it. And yes, I have built 277 PCs now. Well, if you include this one. Which is pretty crazy, if you think about it. Just like that. Can you guys believe that? We're on 277. Definitely skipping the RTX 50 series. Yeah, there's definitely been some problems with it, for sure. Well, I haven't had any problems with them, like with customers yet, so. I've got to get me one build, but don't have the funds. Yeah, I feel that. You know, if you get to the point where you feel like you can do it, I am, through my website on Shopify, you can do payment plans with a firm. So if you have decent credit and stuff, you can go that route. Oh, no way. That sounds like a sweet podcast, dude. Can you, I know you're like in the middle of the live stream, but can you DM me the full name of the podcast on TikTok? I might have to go check it out. I haven't been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, but it sounds like one I could be interested in. As someone of faith and who is also a father. Seems like a good one. Okay. All that stuff's in there. Let's clip off some zip ties. Okay. Got all that. Let's see. Is there... Got that. We got this spot here. I think we can put the GPU through that. Okay. Get our GPU power out here. Are these guys not inside of that cable tie? They are not. Okay, now that they're tight, we're gonna use one more zip tie to hold those front panel cables tight so they don't do anything stupid. My daughter would say, you can't use that word. I can if I'm not calling a person stupid. She's only 6, so she doesn't get that. She doesn't quite understand that part. Like, I can call a thing stupid, and it's just mean if you call a person stupid. Okay. There's all that. Let's catch up with chat. You had to return your 5080 when you were having issues with it? Oh, that sucks. Play at so many Ps. That's a decent price for a 7900 XTX new. Personally, I would go with a 9070 XT if at all possible. Yeah. As long as, if you're not playing at 4K, then the 9070 XT wins. Yes, this is the Montech X3. Can use 140 millimeter on such a small form factor. This one actually has 140s pre-installed on the front. So the front can accept 140s, the top can accept 140s. So yeah, you can use 140 millimeter fans in here. Mitro, this has a Ryzen 5 5500. It's gonna have an ARC B570, a 1 terabyte SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 650 watt power supply. Been doing live Bible devotion on TikTok, but I want to stream on Twitch and Kick. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, dude, definitely send that to me. 97 XT sometimes beats the 4090, sometimes loses the 5070 Ti. Yeah, it's definitely very much varied depending on what you're playing. Definitely try out a 97 XT if I could find a nice one MSRP. Yeah, I was able to get a few for like close to MSRP, or for like, yeah, under 800 bucks at one point, but it seems like those options are few and far between now. Would a 5600G be the best on a budget for live stream, no gameplay? Do you have a lot of stuff going on in the background, like animations and other stuff, or no? Because I mean, ideally you need some sort of graphics card. Would be best for live streaming to do the encoding. It'll be a lot smoother. But if you can't do that, then you certainly can do it with the CPU. It just kind of depends on how much stuff you have going on in the background, on whether an 8600G would be able to do that, you know? It does also limit you to a single display, which is unfortunate. All right, ARC B570. This is the one we used for some GPU testing we did for the budget GPU video. So it is not technically brand new now, but it is new. All right, we want top slot and then second slot. Okay. It's nice that these are all removable pieces and not the like snap off ones. In a very cheap case, a lot of times you'll see the like snap off ones, and they're always annoying. Okay. Let's see if we can get our GPU. I'll take these out. Might as well. You don't want to go over $400 for the whole build? Yeah, if you're trying to stick to that tight of a budget, then you should be able to get away with an 8600G. I know my church, we use a what the heck? What is this stuck on? We use like a 12400F, or a 12400, not 12400F, because you wouldn't have video output, but we use a 12400 and we're able to live stream and record the thing. Are we getting caught on here? Here we go. Okay, got all those in there. "51 minutes, we cruised through this PC. I mean, I knew we were going to, but we moved through this thing. This GPU, no, it's super light. You really don't need support for it. If you had a bigger GPU, I usually recommend it, but this one is so light that you really don't need anything. All right, there we go. It's all done. Look at that. Let's make sure this guy fits back on. Sure does. Sure does. And there it is, ladies and gents. That is a fully built PC. Super budget friendly. I believe this is for gaming. Path to main, I mean, honestly, I spend way more time working on computers and stuff than I do gaming anymore. I chose Nvidia because it gets more frames in the games. Yeah. Got a Ryzen 7 9700, something like that. I don't know. Is it worth jumping to AM5? Yeah, the 9700 is already AM5. Probably won't matter until you upgrade to something like a 5090. Most AM4 5000 series can hold up to a lot of modern cards. Yeah, you definitely will experience some bottlenecks with some AM4 CPUs, but if you have like a 5700X3D, 5800X3D, something like that, you're not going to have anything holding that GPU back, to be honest. I put the pieces together faster than anyone else? Heck yeah. Kelly, this one, after my like labor and shipping within the US is like $900-ish. You could get something similar to this. Like we could basically, like you could remove the GPU and get a slightly better CPU with more cores and do that. But like this would be totally capable of streaming for you. This one is actually on my website right now too. This is the starter PC. If you want to take a look at it and see what you think. Yeah, I think it's $930 or something like that, $940 with shipping and everything. Like it's a super budget friendly build. This is the cheapest one that I build on from my website. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you would save a good amount of money doing one without a GPU and just having a little bit more powerful CPU. Like that'll save you a few $100. I don't think I could be in the range that you're looking at of like $400 to $500 with something like this. Honestly, in that price range, I would almost look on like Facebook Marketplace. If you're looking at like $400 or $500, I would probably look at Facebook Marketplace and find a used gaming PC and just like get that. Like in that price range, that's gonna be best price to performance. What do I make, like $50? I think I make like $90 on this one. It's almost nothing. 90 or $100. Silkshade, the specs are Ryzen 5 5500. It's got an ARC B570, 16 gigs of DDR4. Got a 1 terabyte SSD and a 650 watt power supply. But yeah, Jorkur, I mean these, yeah. There's part of the reason why I need to build it fast is like for my time. Like it's almost not worth it to build these very budget friendly PCs, but you know, I'm not gonna not do it, right? Money coming in is money coming in. So I also had this B570 on hand, so that was nice that I was able to get rid of it. Okay, who's ready to see this PC power on? Yeah, I mean, you could honestly, you could message me if you like find something that you think would work in your price range, and be like, hey, do you think this would work? You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Yo, what up, meow? All right, favorite emoji in the chat if you're ready to see this baby turn on. Favorite emoji in the chat, right meow. What up, Husk? Good to see you. Nice, Mr. Rainbow, love that. Got the chickens. Joker, love it. Yeah, you're a little late. I mean, this was a super fast build, so that doesn't help either, but. Emojis in the chat now. Do it. Do it. Do it or we'll never turn it on. Yeah, but Husky, you gotta put an emoji in the chat. Put an emoji in the chat so we can turn this thing on. Come on. Do it. Do it. It's free. Thank you, Meow. I appreciate that. All right. We got Husk to drop an emoji. First ever power on. Here it is. I thought these are supposed to be RGB fans. Oh, there's an LED button. Why does the LED button just turn them on and then they immediately turn back off? Someone want to explain that to me? Was I supposed to plug the LED button, LED things into something else? Let's look. Let's take a look. See? You got your wish, Husk. We're not done yet. There's nothing to plug into up there. I guess maybe in the BIOS we need to... Oh. You just have to push that in way down to get it to stay on. There you go. Boom, RGB. It's not ARGB. The RGB in this PC is just RGB. But it is RGB nonetheless. Can I have free PC now? You can't send supers? Really? Sent 100? Thank you so much. 15% more frames, you're right. Yeah, it's a nice looking little budget PC, you guys. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, Meow, the specs. Type in ! specs, Meow. And that'll have the full list there for you. I don't know how you should be able to gift members. Mr. Rainbow, how do you do things to gift members on here? I honestly don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Hey, my wife made it, cool. Bro, Santa at the Christmas parade throwing out free PCs? Heck yeah. View channel. Let's look at this. So just send a gift. Money, super chat. How do you gift a membership? Wait. No. View channel, live chat. Can you not do that on the vertical stream? Oh, weird. You can do super chats and you can do gifts. I wonder if the vertical doesn't let you do memberships. If you go to the horizontal stream, Husk, you definitely can. Mr. Rainbow just did it. I don't know how he's doing it, but he did it. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted members, dude. Appreciate that. Go to $sign and you'll see gifted numbers. See, when I did that on my phone, I didn't see that. There's the $sign. Click on that. And the only thing that pops up for me is super chat. Huh. Change board from Asus Prime B650 to MSI B850 Pro Wi-Fi. You think it's a good upgrade? Yeah, definitely. Going to an ATX board is always good. Maybe you have to be a member already? Ooh. Maybe. Definitely works, so thank you so much. Guys are going crazy with the gifts this last week. What up, the king? How we doing? Last build, used old part to build a mini ITX PC. Oh, nice. Nice little build. Yeah, I've used the A4H2O and it's pretty good. Hey, thanks, Riot. This board has 12 plus 2 plus 1 power, 5G LAN, Wi-Fi 7. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you likely aren't going to use the extra CPU power if that's what you're talking about, but you know, never hurts. Yeah, you can. 2030. What I would do first though is make sure your BIOS is up to date before you upgrade, just in case you're running an old BIOS that doesn't have support for the 9800X 3D. Yo, thank you so much, Husk, for the 249. I appreciate you, dude. Love coffee too. I think that Tim Hortons is your favorite. Honestly, don't hate me for this. I buy gas station coffee, you guys. When I want to go get coffee, I just go to Maverick, my local gas station, and I buy coffee there because it's like $2. If I'm not making it for myself. I make it for myself most of the time. But I like being able to go to coffee like twice a week for the same price as getting one coffee from like a fancy coffee shop. Not gonna lie. Okay, good. So you did all that stuff. Then yeah, you should be able to just swap right over as long as your CPU cooler can handle it. Excuse me, as long as your CPU cooler can handle it. You have an espresso machine at home. Don't need to go out for coffee anymore. Saved you a few $100s every few months? Dang. You must have been getting a lot of coffee. I go get a coffee like maybe once a week. Yeah, I just do like pour over coffee at home. Ooh, French press. French press is solid. Yeah, I bought an electric burr grinder, so that I can get a nice grind every time. Save all my money because I don't drink coffee. Next level. That's next level, Husk. I can't get to that. Arctic Liquid Freezer 360. Yeah, I mean, that would be great if you put an Arctic Liquid Freezer 360 on it. Tel Aviv has one of the best coffees in the world. It's my feeling. Nice. Yeah, I think there's talks of like a 9080 or something like that with more VRAM. I've heard some rumblings about it. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but I have heard some rumblings of a new AMD GPU with more VRAM. All right, y'all. We're gonna call it here so that I can get software and everything on this PC tonight and get it ready to ship in the morning. Because I don't want the customer to wait any longer because it's already been like 2 weeks. So I want to get this thing out of here. Oh, I love Turkish coffee. I love it. All right, y'all. We will see you on the next one. I don't have any more builds queued up for this week. I have one in the queue, but it won't have, the components won't be here until next week. So, I mean, unless we just do like a sit down stream where I just sit and hang out and talk to you guys, we might be done until next week. So, if I don't see you till then, we'll see you next week. Maybe we'll throw something up later this week and just do a chill and chat session. I'll bring some whiskey and we'll hang out. How about that? All right. See you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are going crazy this last week. Appreciate that. We will see you on the next one. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.